as a person, or we really have this time, and all the things that we have are just borrowed. Should you review your day's accomplishment every night and plan your following day? Should you ask yourself every morning what is the best and highest use of your time? In the column to the right, please write down your thought on this idea.
Okay, very good. So the first thing here is that, everything we have that we buy, it's just borrowed, right? Someday you're going to go away, right? Everybody does. And all the stuff you buy is just going to stay behind. Right? They will basically be junk, okay? Somebody will inherit it or go in the trash, or both, right? So really all we have is time. That's really all we have as human beings. And I'm recommending at the every night review your day's accomplishments and then plan your following day. And then every morning you should ask yourself, what's the best and highest use of your time, right? Because that's what you want to do with your time. You want to make the best and highest use of your time because that's all you have, okay? I've had students who spend their whole day playing video games and computer games. And I know that because their classmates tell me that he spends all day playing video games. And he spends all day playing computer games, okay? That's probably not the best and highest use of your time, right? They're usually young teenagers, okay? Unless you're going to be a game developer or something, but that's usually not the case. Or sometimes some of the ladies, they spend a lot of time watching soap operas. They spend all day watching soap operas. Especially Korean soap operas are very popular. That's also probably not the best and highest use of your time. So you got to figure out what's the best and highest use of your time, and then focus on that, on doing that, right? To get the most out of your life, out of the time you have. Because our time, unfortunately, is limited. Everybody's time on this earth is unlimited. Okay, let's go to this one. Let's go back to Serena again. Can you read it first?
Result from that website?
Yes.
How many years are you likely to live on average? Using your life expectancy in year, multiply the number by 365 days to estimate how many days you are likely to live. Take your current age in year and multiply that by 365 days. Subtract how many days you live already from your life expectancy total day. In the space in the right, write down your thought on the idea of making the best and highest use of your time.
Okay, very good. So the idea here is that you only get so many days, right? Only so many days, and then it's over. So let's do a little calculation here. Here's the calculation. Okay. So let's say that you're going to live 80 years. Okay, and you multiply by 365 days. That means that the average American probably has, when you're born, the average American probably has about 29,000 days. You get to 20,200, it's over. Okay, there's no 29,201. It's over, right? Yes. Okay, so that's probably the maximum for younger people. For very young people, it's more. Okay. Right now, the average American is living to about 72, so they're not getting 20, they're getting less. Okay, but your guy's younger than the average American, so we're in the 80s is a round number. Okay, so what I ask you is, okay, this is your maximum number of days, and then I ask you how many days have you used up already? Okay, so let's say you're 40 years old. Okay, so you use up half of your days. So we divide it by 2. That means that by the time you're 40, you're down to 14,600 days. And you used up 14,600 days. Okay? And then by the time you get to 60, we'll divide it by 2 again. By the time you get to 60, you're down to 7,000 days. That's it. That's it. Okay? So if you don't think that making the best and highest use of your time is important, you think again, okay? Because when you get to 60, you're down to 7,000 days. You start with 30,000 a day, and now you're 60, you're down to 7,000. Okay, and the countdown has begun, right? So eventually it'll be 6,000, then 5,000, then 4,000, then 2,000, then 1,000, then none. Okay, so you want to make the best and highest use of your time to take advantage of these days that you get, assuming that you live to the age of 80. If you don't make it to 80, then it's worse, right? It's the worst case. Okay, so it's very important to make the best use of your time. Okay, let's go next slide.